Now, when we look at the NATLEX homepage, the homepage lists recent laws and legislation that have been added to NATLEX, and they're arranged by country. And the number in brackets after the name of the country tells you how many pieces of new legislation there are for those countries. You can also change the view to the laws and legislation by browsing by country or by subject on the left-hand side of the screen. And NATLEX also provides links to other law-specific, subject-specific databases on the right-hand side. But these all deal with specific types of legislation in other countries around the world. The place where you'll find most of the human rights-related legislation that might be of interest to you would tend to be within the main NATLEX database. And you can see also under the See Also More Detailed Databases on Specific Subjects heading, you'll be able to find more of these databases and the list of them. And that heading comes later on that page. So that's NATLEX, which is remember, if you need legislation from places around the world, things dealing with human rights laws, etc., this is a good place to find them. There are also several well-regarded legal publishers who provide access to their materials, both journals and books, via Research4Life. These include Brill, Cambridge University Press, China Law Info, De Gruyter's, Edward Elgar, John Wiley and Sons, Oxford University Press, and Taylor and Francis. From the content drop-down menu, which is on that across the top of the main page of Research4Life, the option for publishers is the third last option on that drop-down list. When you click onto that, you get an alphabetical listing of publishers, and then you may want to browse which of those, which items or which books or journals from those publishers are available to you on Research4Life. This can be really useful when you're looking at a certain publisher to see the type of items, the type of books they publish, especially for those of you who are at the stage of wanting to write research papers. It helps to know which publishers will publish in your field of research. You can then use the facets on the left-hand screen to limit the articles displayed. For example, in this one, the facets that I've picked are on the on the left-hand side, I've picked goalie, so I want things dealing with legal material. The publisher that I've looked up is Cambridge University Press, and you can see there that under goalie, which is the law, more law and social sciences, there's collections have got 155 items. But then if I go and look at goalie, law as a topic, and then look under provided, which means that you get the full text of the articles, you'll find that that reduces down to 26 journals available, which is roughly the right number really when you think of what CUP, Cambridge University Press, publishes in the field of law. Research4Life also offers support for researchers in an area they call their Authors Hub. This is a very good area for you to be able to find out how to read papers, academic papers, what sort of things they go into the structure of them, and the type of information that you can expect from them. When you open up the Authors Hub, there's a long scrolled list that you need to go through. Don't be put off by the fact that the first ones say how to read a scientific paper, because that's just one of the parts of this Authors Hub. So if you go to further down the screen, it'll tell you about writing papers on intellectual property and strategies for effective writing, which is, I think, a really useful piece of work. It's something worth reading about as a document. And then there's also the web bibliography, which has links available for you on how to conduct ethical research and how to read and write papers and write a proper abstract a whole range of things that can be really useful to the researchers among you who are writing academic articles and need or would like a bit of guidance and help. To access the training materials provided by Research4Life, if you look at the bottom of each page of the database, there is an orange banner that goes across the bottom of the page, and the heading Training appears on the right-hand side. And it has a range of useful resources so that you can get the best use out of Research4Life. The Author Hub is under the training resources. There's also MOOCs, which are those mass papers or presentations, and there are also some webinars on how to get the best out of Research4Life. So there's a lot of support material there, which will help you if you are doing research and you need to use some of these resources at a later stage. Now, of course, this is not the end of the information I could give you about Research4Life, but what we've done today is have an introduction to Research4Life collections, and when we look at that heading at the top, at that link, that will take us through to the website. And what we've done is looked at some of the features of Research4Life which are freely available to you during your studies. It's got access to many of the resources available to universities in other countries, and you definitely should bookmark the homepage for speedy access. So please remember to come to using Research4Life to go and look there. It is an additional resource above Hein Online and Justice and all the free access, open access databases and resources you have available already. So this is added resources, hopefully which will make your research even better over your time as a student. Thank you.